What's going on YouTube? It's Ben Nader. Hey, thanks so much for checking out my channel, you guys. I really appreciate all of you that have already subscribed. If you've not yet, we talk about entrepreneurship, starting businesses, companies, staffing, recruiting, all that sort of stuff on my channel. And so if you like that kind of stuff, definitely smash the subscribe button down below. We would truly appreciate having you. And if you're already a subscriber, just like this video, just rank it up in the rankings, and I would really appreciate that. So let's talk about today's topic. Specifically today, I wanted to discuss what it means to do skilled marketing. So this is a sector that's sort of intermediary level recruiting, if you will. So if you're going solo, setting up a recruiting agency, you're going to have a couple ways that you go about doing things. You're going to find clients, then find candidates for those clients, or you can do things in a weird way that I called skilled marketing. Basically, which is you find candidates that are highly skilled and sought after, and you try to find them a home. Now, this is not for the beginner. This is not for someone starting up right out the gate. However, it is extremely lucrative and very beneficial long term. So what is it? What does it basically mean? How does it work? So let's think of it this way. We go on LinkedIn, we connect with someone who's in, supply chain and logistics, and they've, done a ton of stuff in their career, and they're very, very versed in their field. They know the ins and outs of everything related to supply chain logistics and the new age techniques and tactics and all of the technology that's come about now. They're the person that like everybody wants. Amazon wants them, like Microsoft wants this person, like any new startup might want them, but we have to talk to them about what they might want specifically. And so you get to know this person, you kind of find out what their salary range looks like, what their wants are, what their asks are, and you begin doing basically presentations via email. So you do a lot of research, and you essentially kind of hunt out companies that you think this person would perform very well at, and you do introductory emails and say, hey, I think this guy would be an awesome guy for this role. He has XYZ skills, provide his resume as well, show him all that stuff, and then send him on over to a company, to a VP or to a CEO who's going to make that level of a decision. Usually when you're doing this, you're dealing with people that are at the director level or higher above already. So you're going to be presenting them to definitely like the C-suite people at the company. Why this is really cool? Well, this method basically does about 50% of the work upfront for you, because you've already got this perfect candidate that's like a known quantity that has everything all set about them, and you just need to find them a home. So 50% of the work is already done. All you're doing is just going after the second 50%, which is finding them the job opening and getting them in there. Now, the way you go about doing this is essentially approaching companies. So you get niche specific, because we already have a specific niche. Let's say it's supply chain and logistics. And so we know that. And so we go niche specific on the companies, and we research every company that possibly could fit this individual's needs or wants. And we reach out heavily via email, over the phone, however you want to do it. You reach out and you meet people that will be, taking this person on at their company. And we want to get feelers out there to see if they're interested or if they're not, or however that goes. But at the end of the day, we're a recruiting agency. So what are we ultimately doing? We're setting up a relationship for a contract, because we don't want to give this person away for free. We want to basically give this person away with the obligation that, hey, he's one of our candidates, and we'd like to staff him for you for a fee of 15 to 20%, let's say, depending on his true caliber and the salary and all of that stuff. And then, of course, we put a good 3-month guarantee in there or something like that, because it's very unlikely someone of that caliber would leave before then. So basically, the pitch is really, really simple. You would write up an email template that would give you, all of his stats with all his information plus his resume. Send it over to the decision makers. Give them a shot at taking a look at it. Let them know. Connect with a ton of people on LinkedIn that are in this niche, decision makers, of course, only, and see if there's a fit. See if there's something that you can get this person into. And this is just the backwards way of doing staffing, right? Normally it's client first. This time it's candidate first. And so this is a very lucrative method to go by, but it's not often that you find a candidate that's super high caliber that's like, hey, I'm ready to go, because they get snapped up quick. But if they're on the market and they're there for the taking, and you connect with them, you can make this work. You can say, hey, I'd like to represent you would you be okay with that? And if you have that agreement in place with them, you're all good. So you keep kind of sending these reach outs out, constant communication with the candidate, making sure, are you good with this? Do you like this company? Do you like that company? Until at the end of the day, finally, hopefully you find them a perfect home. When you find them the perfect home, what happens is you negotiate terms with the client by saying, hey, we charge a 20% fee for this caliber of position, and we would love to, provide you with his information and have you interview him to see if it's someone that would be a fit. And at that point forward, they decide whether they want to do business or not. And usually to do business, for this caliber of a person, they're going to say, yes, yeah, let's do it. So it moves in motion and goes right there. And then finally, once that's complete, if they like the guy and if they want to take the guy or girl on, they will pay you out a fee, and boom, it's done. You have successfully skill marketed an individual. And by doing so, the ultimate takeaway of this intermediate recruiting 102 class, right, is that once you've placed them there, you have a guy on the inside, which is really, really good, because now you've developed a relationship with not only someone that works there, but also the recruitment there. So you now have a contract with that company. Maybe they need more of this same type of person. Maybe they need a couple other different people over here. And you've opened up a wide open account that you can actually start working on and filling positions for. So it's an awesome technique all throughout. It's just a different way of doing business than the regular find clients and then find candidates for those clients. That's basic. That's step one. Like that's when you walk before you run, right? But this is kind of step two, tearing it up a little bit. And there's a whole bunch of other elements that go into this about how you maneuver this around and how you get this to be the best that it can be. But let me tell you, this is a really, really good move. I've actually worked with a guy on this specifically, and we're currently working on getting him a home for what he wants in his niche. And so this is something that's super awesome, and I would highly recommend it if you've got maybe a year under your belt, but definitely not anything under, a year or 6 months under your belt. Yeah, so with that said, that's skilled marketing. That's how it works, and I will definitely be doing a video on Tuesday, catching you guys then. Hoping you're having an awesome start to your week. I know I am, and I will catch you Tuesday. Take care.